Two, one. Hey, everybody, this is Minal and Laura Jamison joining you for the first ADMC webinar series right here on the ADMC page. We're so excited. We're super thrilled to be here. Woohoo! We know it's late.
Good.
We know it's a weekday, and we know that you are probably going, Minal, what's going on? What is this? What do you mean? There's a live show. This is right. ADMC Now with
Yes.
monthly live webinars, and they're going to be amazing. They're going to be brilliant. They're going to be fun. And best of all is we now have the opportunity to talk to you guys directly when we are live. So we are super excited and we are ready to celebrate. And it's going to be amazing. So Laura, I'm going to get right in. And oh, and by the way, if you guys are watching, tell us who you are, tell us where you're watching from, put in all your questions. If you see me going like this, that's because I have two screens. And right now I'm making sure that I could read the comments and see you guys. So I'm not being rude. I'm just making sure that we can see you guys. I see we have viewers coming in. Hey, who are you? Where are you watching from? Give us a high five. We have 3 viewers. Hi, guys.
Hi.
Welcome. Tell us who you are, where you're watching from, and we'll make sure that we answer all the questions. Oh, Leslie says hi. Hi, Leslie.
Hi,
Hello.
Leslie.
We have people coming in and saying hi. Hello. So, Laura, why don't we jump right in? Because a lot of people coming in may not know, exactly what ADMC is.
Okay. So ADMC, the Academy of Dental Management Consultants, is a one-of-a-kind organization in the United States. It's the only organization that is consultants only and consultants specific to the dental industry. The fact of the matter is that's important because when dentists want to consider who to hire, it's beneficial for them to know that they have chosen from a pool of people, a group of people who have not only invested in their own education, but that they are networked and they, interact with like-minded people. I like to say, I may not have the answers, but I know someone who does. And so that's one of the benefits of ADMC membership. So for the purposes of dentists out there who are watching or who will be watching, I think it's really a benefit to know that this organization has been around for 33 years. It was established by Charlie Kidd, Trojan Professional Services, in 1986. I was given notice of its place in the world earlier than I joined as a member, but I've been a member for over 15 years at this point in time. And we have some members that go back to the very, very beginning. Deborah Englehart Nash is one that I can think of that has been a member since the very, very beginning. So when you consider the credentials, the credibility, the respect that there is for Deborah Englehart Nash, just know that when you get into ADMC credentialing, it's just people, it's an organization of people who are really committed, passionate about providing the best information for the dental community.
The interesting thing that brought me to ADMC, and I became an ADMC member in 2018. That's when I was in Hawaii, and that's when I became a ADMC member. And oh, hi, Jennifer Young. Thank you. So Jennifer, can you hear us? Because I got a comment here saying that we can't hear you. And I have people commenting and messaging me. Hi guys, if you're watching this, let everybody know it's on the ADMC Facebook page. This is where we are live right now, ADMC Facebook page. If you don't see us, just refresh. We have 6 viewers, and I know that you guys are watching. Hi, Penny. Hello.
Penny.
If you're watching, make sure you tell us who you are. And hi, Linda. Tell us hello and tell us what's going on. Thank you so much for being here live. One of the things that I can attest to with ADMC is that when I became a member in 2018, as my own strength, well, my strength is marketing, right? I'm a marketing strategist. But usually in order for my clients to be successful, they don't just need a marketing strategist. There are so many different things that they need. There are so many different experts that they need inside their practice to really see the growth. And while that is important, you have to, from a consultant point of view, have to understand and realize that. And you need to make sure that the people that you are referring to are experts and have a good reputation. Because in order for you to become an ADMC member, like I joke about all the time. It's like jumping through hoops. It's
Yes, as a matter of fact, if I remember correctly, Debbie said he brought out some hula hoops for you to jump through in Hawaii.
she
Which,
did, which
that was,
was so funny.
yeah, but there are specialists. That's the key. And so when I say that I may not have the answer, but I know someone who does, I don't have to be this. I don't have to be the know-all, tell-all in the consulting industry. I certainly have found that there are people who are far more knowledgeable of certain things, including marketing, as you are, that I'm happy to ensure clients know about. I actually passed your name along today to an orthodontic office today, Minal. I was traveling in and around Pittsburgh. Yeah, yeah.
Well, thank you so much. I had somebody on my Instagram message today who posted on my Instagram and said that we loved your book. Our consultant told us that I must read your book. So I bought your book and I read your book. And this is why we are contacting you and stuff like that. And I'm like going, who's the consultant? And clearly the consultant happens to be an ADMC consultant, right? And there is such a good support around us in this organization because we know that we are expert. Like I mentioned, in order for you to become a member, you need to have a couple of years of your, of your consulting career on the way. So you need to show that you need to pretty much sign that a lot of your income is coming through consulting. You also need to have letters of recommendations from clients, not one, but two clients. And then on top of that, you also need to have people inside the ADMC group who become your sponsors and who are pretty much saying, yes, I support this person and I think this person should get into ADMC, right? So now you have organizations, now you have, things going on where you have to have your clients say good things about you. You need to have a good reputation. You need to have a history of success.
Correct.
And that's a big part because there are so many consultants. So how do the dental practices disfire and say, how do they choose which consultant to work with?
Well, and that's a great question. And so what we're passionate about doing, particularly we've been leading up to this in creating a brand for ourselves, the new logo, the website being more interactive and user friendly, is that this is a great start to 2020 are doing this webinar so that those who are watching, those who will tell those who didn't watch, that ADMC is the one to watch for. That this, going forth this year, people will know who ADMC is and why it's so important for the dentists to consider looking at ADMC's website to ensure their consideration for a consultant is someone that they see on the ADMC website. Not saying that there aren't some great consultants that are not ADMC members. It's just that perhaps, they've decided or opted not to be interactive with people of like mind or people who are successful. And so if, when you tend to stay in a community where you're just you're an island, you miss out on a whole lot. Together, we're all better together,
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. I think together we're all better. And then together we are also so much stronger for our own clients. So if you're stronger for our own clients, it makes a perfect sense for us to say, hey, this is all happening. And by the way, we have a lot of people coming in. We have Linda, Penny, Jennifer, Jody, Lacey, Candace, Chris. Hello, hello. Thank you so much. Yes, people are coming in. People are joining. See, every time I do these shows, right, people are always like, but Minal, it's so late. But they only come on at night. It's like the later I go, the more active people are. Maybe I should just, for the heck of it, do a webinar at 11 p.m. and see how successful that is. I'm going to do a little experimentation and see how many people come online to do a webinar, to watch a webinar, to see that. Hi, Chris. How are you? Hello, Jody. Hey, Lacey. Hi, Jennifer. Thank you guys for being here. Hey, if you have any questions or comments about ADMC, make sure that you are always posting them here, because as you can see, we're saying hello to you guys there. Jennifer Young has a question, Laura, and her question is, do you offer any type of membership for new and upcoming consultants?
As a matter of fact, yes, Jennifer. I'm glad you asked, because we've gone back to the drawing board to redefine and emphasize the benefits of someone who's new to consulting to join ADMC, because the mentorship that you can benefit from is something that we realize is an asset. Not only are we learning from someone who's new, but that you get the benefit of people who have some years of experience, and you can learn from their trial and error and their, mistakes and whatnot. But yes, we do have a membership level. It's currently called the associate level. Affiliate level. It will be called the associate level. So you will see a change to that in the new member as soon as we actually have a vote. We're casting that out to the membership. Again, the membership has to decide. It's a ballot situation. We can't make that decision across the board. I can't make that as a dictator, if you will. But we hope to definitely support people who are younger and newer to the consulting profession. Want to make you feel as well.
And even if you are young or new, there is also, so what Laura mentioned, there's that option, and we also have an option for guests, isn't there? We can have a guest come into our meetings.
Yes, as a matter of fact, we have a 2-day meeting. So our annual meeting is a 2-day meeting. Some of us were all at a 3-day meeting, an event called Jumpstart. Some were at a 2-day meeting in Napa called SEN Unplugged. And the benefits of getting together with people that are like-minded is that you're really just sharing best practices, learning from one another, seeing, wow, if somebody can do that, I may be able to do that too. And so with regard to membership, Minal, would you ask that question again?
Yeah, sure. No. They just said, do you offer any kind of membership for new and upcoming consultants? Which we answered, yeah, we absolutely do. And you also have the option of coming with a guest.
Guest membership.
Yeah.
So a guest member can come for the 2nd day. Mm-hmm. So an actual member that has been approved and included is an $895 investment to attend a 2-day seminar. It's always in the city where the ADA is. It's always the 2 days before the ADA begins. And guests are able to attend the day before the ADA. It's a $595 fee. You're able to attend one time as a guest, evaluate whether or not you feel this is a good fit for you, and then come back and join us.
And, for the people who are listening to this, just wanted to let you guys know, like I said, I joined in 2018. And it's been incredible. I went in 2018. I didn't even go as a guest. I just joined. Like, it wasn't even, and it
was a conversation with you, Minal. You're like, I've been thinking about it.
I've been thinking about it because I've been thinking about it for many years. And it was one of those things that I was like, I was still kind of new in the industry, and I was already joining these other organizations. And I'm like, no, I really need to have a group of people who are experts in their fields, that I know are experts in their fields, that I can reach out to. And oh my God, how many times have I reached out with questions, right, to ADMC? Mm-hmm. I'm probably, if there was like, how in yearbooks you always have the one who is like the most annoying and the most is going to be successful. I'm the one who sends the most email. That's Minal. Minal sends the most email because she has all these questions all the time, continuously. All the time, because I'm always up there and I have so many questions, but there's always an answer. And that's the power behind this group. Because if I have a question or a client has a question, there's always an answer.
Well, agreed. From someone in the membership.
Absolutely.
That's what I've found. And not only one answer, but many, many answers. And so I'm always looking for, I'll even peek into an ADMC conversation. And then all I have to do is go back and search, key search term or the question itself, and be able to then pull back up that question. So it might be a year-old question, but I remember that it's there. I don't remember what all the answers were, but it's always nice to know that you can go back and find that information.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, that's the true member benefit, is the ADMC private Facebook page.
So, Jody is asking us, I brought a question. Is there someone that can teach me how to benefit from utilizing our ADMC website to communicate with our community?
I would say, Jody, hi. Nice to see you on here. I would say we have some great people in the area on the board that are true champions of social media. Vanessa, Lacey, Minal to some degree may be able to show you how to market. And I'm guessing you're talking about communicating with our community, which is dentists. And if that's the case, I do want you to know that is my initiative this year.
Right. Well, so Jody, when you're saying that teaching benefit from utilizing our ADMC website to communicate with our community, if you mean the ADMC members, then you would be doing that on the ADMC members only group, which is a Facebook group, because it's way more engaging, easier for you to post, get answers. I would say that that's where you want to be active if you want to communicate with the ADMC group. The ADMC website, I know that Vanessa Emerson and Robin Morrison are adding a lot of resources to that website and things like that. So I know that's going to be active. And as soon as all of that is done, I'm sure the members will get an email on, how to utilize that. But in my own world, I mean, ADMC members only group is absolutely amazing for communicating with us. So that's something that's incredible. So Jody's saying no, other consultants first. Yes. So if you want to talk to other ADMC consultants, you join the ADMC members only Facebook group, because all the active members of ADMC are inside that group.
And Jody is.
Right. Yeah. And then Jody's saying, what about articles and videos? So articles and videos. So this right here, the webinar series. So let me talk about the webinar series, because Penny Reed also asked a question where it says, did I hear that there will be webinars on various topics throughout the year for members? Can't wait to hear about this. So yes, Penny Reed, I am the new Director of Education. I believe that's my title. And in that title, I get to do live webinars. So we're not going to do recorded ones, because come on, you guys know me. I don't do recorded stuff. I only do live stuff. So we're going to be doing live stuff. And the way the webinars are going to work is we're going to have one webinar on the Facebook page, which is this page right now. So this is for everybody, even including outside the ADMC members to see. And then we're going to have another webinar inside the ADMC members only group. And the ADMC only members group is going to be very specific for the members, things that we want to talk about. I already have a list of guests, which is approved by the board. I'll be reaching out to them, and it'll be very educational and beneficial to the members only. And we are going to be doing this kind of webinars on the Facebook page so that we can talk about what ADMC is, the events coming up, how can we support each other? Do we have questions from potential ADMC members? So this is kind of it. So there are going to be 2 webinars a month, one on the ADMC page and one inside the ADMC only group. So that's kind of fantastic. And then I have Lacey Phillips is also telling us that there are 4 social media. Lacey is telling us that there are 4 social media sites: ADMC open page, ADMC closed members only, sponsors partner Facebook page, and Instagram. So let me go over this one more time with everybody who's here. We have 4 social media sites, all right? So this is one of them, ADMC page. So ADMC page is open to the world. It's open to everybody because it's a business page. ADMC members only is a group. So it's a private group. It's not a page. It's a private group that is only open to ADMC members. So this will be the place you really want to interact with the members. Then we have the only sponsors partnering Facebook, and that's for our sponsoring partners. And if you're a sponsoring partner, perhaps that's where you need to be, because this you'll get all the details. This is where our sponsoring board members are going to be talking to you, giving you all the details as well. And then on top of that, now we have Instagram. So Instagram is open to the world again, and you also have Instagram. Lacey, I hope I answered all those questions correctly for you. If I didn't, then slap my hand, because I am the social media person.
and thanks to Lacey Phillips. She has really brought her game to this media aspect of this. So thank you, Lacey. And I really also want to comment on how high the caliber of individuals there are now on the board of directors. I mean, I've seen board of director members over the course of 15 plus years, but I really feel so proud, so privileged to work with the group of people that I'm currently working with. Sandy Pardue, they're commenting, love my ADMC chat. Now in charge of new member.
Yes.
So those of you that are considering new membership, we would have you connect with Sandy Pardue. Thank you, Jody, for that. I love you too.
Yes, we are getting a lot of comments. We're getting a lot of people watching. We have 12 people watching. So if you're, 13 now. So you guys are definitely coming in and joining us live. So, Laura, we talked about what ADMC, we talked about, the member benefits of ADMC as well. Let's talk about, and we talked about how the annual conference is split into 2 days, right? So One day is members only day. The day after that, it's kind of open where you can bring a guest. You have to pay for the best and you have to come on in. My question is, let's talk a little bit about what makes an ADMC meeting different than so many of the other meetings which are out there for somebody who's considering coming to one of the meetings.
All right. So I definitely think there's an energy that goes along with a group of people who are, I won't say everyone's outgoing, but everyone is in it with a passionate spirit. So they're arriving with great expectation, but also a lot to offer. And it's a very generous group of people, very generous in terms of making sure people feel welcome, making sure that.
Well, the one thing that I thought was really cool about this was it wasn't just fluff.
Good.
Right?
Yes.
It's not just fluff. It's not just like we're just going to hear random stuff. It's not just fluff. You're actually going to get skills and organizations, and you're actually going to speak with people. It's an inclusive group, which is fantastic because you want to find an inclusive group that you feel comfortable enough to reach out to.
Well, and that, and we worked on that. We worked on making sure that was a reputation that we fostered. But you're right. We make sure that the meeting is designed with not only motivational speakers, but speakers who will provide tools for your toolbox. So whether that's Catherine Eitel has been historically a wonderful trainer in creative training techniques. We've had storytellers that teach us storytelling skills. We've had Jennifer Schultz, who has taught us how to organize, our goal setting so that what are we shooting for in the next 90 days, how to break it down. We've had bookkeepers. We've had Andres Romero, who is a financial planner. People who are able to give us tools for our consulting business toolbox. And
Yes.
yeah, I mean, really important. I mean, I'll tell you, some of you may not know this, but I had my own business for 25 years, and then I opted to move from Tampa, Florida, back to Ohio about 2 years ago, end of 2017. And in doing that, an ADMC member, Rick Williford, gave my name to who is now my boss, my employer at Henry Schein Dental. So ADMC members are also giving of spirit. When I left the ADMC meeting in Atlanta, I had 6 people offer different opportunities. And the one that landed well for me was this opportunity to work for Henry Schein in a newly developing small group of consultants that work for Henry Schein Dental. So I just have to say, you all are just generous and loving and kind. And when it comes to spending 2 days with people, I can't think of people I'd rather spend 2 days with.
Well, that's true too, right? And from a let's talk about marketing. From a marketing point of view, this also really helps you. Like there have been times where I've been speaking with potential clients, and I list all the organizations I'm a member of and a board member of, and I tell them that, listen, I am a member of the first dental consulting organization in dentistry. And in order for me to get into this organization, I have to jump through this hoop. So if you need letters of recommendations, if you need, if you want to reach out for a referral from somebody in the industry, if you know somebody, and here's the thing, anybody who's somebody is in the organization. So not to sound arrogant, but yeah. It's true, isn't it? I mean, anybody is who's a somebody is in this organization. So I have had times where clients would say, hey, yeah, I've been working, and I'll say, yeah, actually, absolutely, you're absolutely right. I'm in this organization, and X, Y, and Z is a member of this organization. I see that you work with them. Please feel free to ask them about, my reputation and my work and what they think about me. They've met me a few times, and you kind of use that.
Yeah.
Because you are in that group and you've created those relationships, and people know about your work and people know who you are. And it's also kind of cross marketing for your own self, because it gives you credibility.
It does. And yet at the same time, having moved back to Ohio, the reason that I become very passionate about this being an initiative of mine, that ADMC dentists will know who ADMC is because that, the opportunities I'm presented with here in Ohio, very few dentists know who ADMC is. So that being said, it's my passion now to make sure that they know who ADMC is.
Absolutely. So if you guys are, Sandy Purdue has reached out, as she says here in the comments. She said that Sandy Purdue says that if anyone watching this that is not a current member of ADMC, please feel free to contact her about membership. This is a great organization, improving your services and your business. Like she says, we are the first organization for consultants. So feel free to reach out to Sandy Purdue if you have any questions. And please note that we're going to keep doing these webinars every month. You know me, I'm Minal Sampat. Please feel free to reach out directly to me if there are specific questions you have. If there are things that you would like me to talk about in the webinar, because like I mentioned, this is not just for members only. This is open to everybody in the industry. So if there are certain things that you want us to discuss, please Facebook message me. You know where to find me. And, we'll make sure we get that on the agenda. Because right now, Laura, we only have a couple of minutes left. Can you believe this is how quick time goes?
You promised that it would be very, very quick.
It goes very, very quick like this. Now, the ADMC website, for people who want to know that, is admc.net, right?
Correct.
So admc.net is the website where you can go and you can check out all the stuff. Another thing that I wanted to mention before I forget is that it's not just done for, here's a meeting on an annual basis and you're done. It doesn't work that way. ADMC actually has regional meetings. So we have regional meetings happening on the West Coast. We just have a regional meeting coming up very soon next to you, Laura, right?
So we have one coming up on February 7th in Charlotte at the Nash Institute. I know there are over 20 people already planning to attend. I'll look forward to seeing you. And then, as you mentioned, Catherine Eitel-Belt has offered her terrific ranch in Temecula as the site to host the West Coast. It's not the first West Coast, but I think it's the most, what's the word I want to use? Most congealed, like the traction on this is really caught on for what, May 7th?
That's right. We're gonna do it. Candace Martin, Teresa, Pat, and I are organizing it. So we are all for organizing it, and it's going to be incredible. We already have a waiting list for people who are waiting to register. So it's fantastic that people are involved in getting registered. So like I was saying, it's not like you only have one ADMC meeting for the year, this annual conference. You actually have regional meetings, and to share a little bit about the West Coast one, because I am one of the planners for that meeting. It's not a come here, listen to a high-end speaker talk. It's actually going to be all of you talk. So everybody who's a member who's coming to this meeting is going to talk, and we're all going to figure out how can we support each other and help each other. So we are making this into a fantastic, almost like a get to know you, but how can we help you, speed dating at the same time, learning activities. Oh, it's going to be incredible. We are so excited. We already had like 4 planning meetings on this one regional meeting. So, you do have the opportunity to always learn from others. You do have the opportunity to attend any of the regional meetings. So it's not like I don't live in Charlotte, I can't go. I could still go to Charlotte.
You can go to both.
I can go to both.
At no additional fee other than your travel.
Yeah, at no additional fee other than your travel, because this is included as a part of your membership. And we have some amazing people in our organization who have the facilities to host us.
And the ability to spend, just think about it, the ability to spend time in a room with 20 members instead of 160 members. You really get a lot more one-on-one time and consideration for your questions being answered. I will tell you that the regional meetings are also top notch and one of my favorites.
Oh yeah, I was just reminded by Candace and Teresa that our theme for the regional meeting on the West Coast is actually share your shine.
Oh, I love it.
So yeah, it's themed, it's properly done. It's not like you kind of come in and sit at a bakery. This is organized meetings that we have where it actually, at the end of the day, you're going to come out with goals and techniques and resources and relationships in the industry, which are going to be very, very valuable. So please feel free to do that. And like I said, feel free to reach out. If you go to admc.net, you're going to see, it says members there. You're going to see a lot of us there in the directory. We are Very nice people, I promise you. Reach out to us. Tell us hello if you have any questions. We'll answer them. Reach out directly to Sandy Purdue, who is the new member organization, board member for ADMC. She will have some wonderful details to give you. Laura Jamison is the president of ADMC right now, and we have Andrea telling us she's working on a central U.S. regional meeting. You see, it keeps happening. This is how it works.
Oh, thank you, Andrea. Love it.
So everybody's doing that, and it's time now. I know you want us to keep talking because Jody's saying, "Don't leave me, please stay." If I can convince all the guests to stay more than half an hour, Jody, maybe you and I will talk about that, and we'll definitely make this longer. But if you are an ADMC member, look out, because we'll be doing an ADMC member only webinar inside the ADMC Facebook group, and that is going to be on January the 29th. So January the 29th, inside the ADMC only members group, is going to be our members only webinar. This is, like I mentioned, the members page. Thank you so much. Oh, would you tell us a story before you go? Penny says.
Who?
Penny Reed. Penny Reed says, would you tell us a story before you go?
Do you want to tell them the story of how you launched your book last week?
Oh, well, is that a story? I don't even know if that's considered
a story.
All right. So everybody who's here, I launched a book last week on Tuesday while I was traveling to Jumpstart. And when I was traveling to Jumpstart, so I had about 2 hours of sleep because at 3 a.m. I had to get up and catch my flight. And I went into Jumpstart on Tuesday. And then my book launched, my Kindle version launched at 4:30 p.m. on Tuesday evening. And we had done our math, we had done our stuff. I am a strategist, so we had done a lot of the stuff. But I knew that if I had to sell 20 Kindle books within the 1 hour, just for my sales ranking on Amazon to open, because you see, we have world famous people publishing books on a Tuesday. Tuesday is the best day to publish your book on Amazon, but we have so many people. And I knew I had to sell that. So I personally reached out to 50 people to buy it within that 1 hour, because I figured half of them may buy it and that'd be fantastic. Well, I come online, I put up a post, I reach out to people, and hundreds are sold. Hundreds are sold within just 1 hour. My team is going crazy. Within 24 hours, we became a bestseller in United States, Australia, Canada, and India. And in categories like business administration, advertising, business ethics, money management, like amazing categories where you want your book to be a bestseller and a #1 new release. So no, it all happened at Jumpstart. And then I actually got a box of my physical books at Jumpstart that my team brought for me, which was incredible because I got to hold my book because I hadn't even had the chance to do that. And then Friday we launched the paperback, and within 24 hours that also became a #1 bestseller. So yeah,
Is it safe to say, Minal, that it was really it was empowering because you were surrounded by people, maybe not ADMC members, but soon to be ADMC members?
Absolutely. There is a, I always talk about this, and I always say that there is a difference between walking and running to your goals.
Mm-hmm.
And having that network of people who believe in you, who support you, is running to your goals. There is, for me, just putting up a status and saying millions of books in the world and now I get to call one my own. I not announced the book before that Tuesday. I literally announced it in that hour on that Tuesday, and a photo of me. And 200, 300 comments on the book. People are buying the book. People are like, and that networking, that support is what makes you successful. I was watching The Crown. I don't know how many people here watch The Crown. It's on Netflix. It's about the British royalty, and it's about Queen Elizabeth. And in one of the seasons, I specifically remembering this, where Queen Elizabeth is saying to her husband, Prince Philip, that you need to understand that you need the love of the people before you actually go ahead and put the laws in. Because you need the love of the people, because you need to love them and they need to love you back. So when you do decide to do something, there is actual support.
I forgot.
Isn't that incredible?
Yes, very good. Very good.
Very well. So that is my story, guys. I hope you guys, I hope you, that's, thank you for saying it's an awesome story. You guys are
That's
kind.
a strong way to finish.
You
Yes,
guys
that's
are awesome. You guys are too
awesome.
kind. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for being here live. We will make sure that we answer all your questions on here. We got, wow, we got about 48 comments here. So we have 48 comments. We have 159 people reach. Oh, Candace, you're too funny. When do you have time to watch Netflix? It's playing on the background. I multitask. And then I pause when I hear something brilliant. And I'm like, okay. And then I multitask again. But thank you so much for being here. Look out for our next webinar date. Thank you.
Minal.
Thank you. Bye-bye, guys.